Hello, everybody. This is so cool. I've never actually gotten to test it. Thank you, Davey, for testing it on YouTube. I've just checked it on Kick and Facebook. We are live across multiple platforms, which is really cool. Yeah, thank you, Tony. Yeah, it's cool. So now you guys on all platforms can see what we see here live on Twitch. For many years, I used to restream over 3 years ago before I was an affiliate on Twitch, but for a long time they made it a rule that you can't stream the same content to all the different platforms. And thank you, Davey. Yeah, so Troy, now when people have comments on Facebook, I will see them more often in a uniform chat. So I'm very excited about this. This is the very first time I'm using this software. And also, people send messages in from Kick. We'll see that as well in here on this Twitch unified chat. So it seems to be working pretty well. I just wanted to test it before it went live. Davey is doing a big podcast with us tomorrow, the return of Sports on the Hill podcast. We're doing a 2 week Olympic special. It's not going to be covering the normal things. At the very end of the show, we will talk DC sports just briefly, but it's really going to be focused on the Olympics. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to talk to Champ about a big wrestling a match that happened this weekend with SummerSlam and get his thoughts on that as well. What's the Kick link? That's a great question. It's kick.com/Robbie G and then dash sports OTHP. So it's almost the exact same thing as it is on on other platforms. But I'm going to drop it in each of the chats just so that way people can have that because it's a great question here. Yeah, I'm just getting used to being able to talk across all these different platforms. Sorry, I myself. Here, let me just drop it in here. Yeah. So I'll pin that. I think I can pin on Facebook. It's been a while. I guess I can't unless I do it from the Sports THP page. Anyway, I'm gonna drop that link in there, but also on the YouTube, which I haven't been live on YouTube in a very, very long time. The last time I was live on YouTube, I'm looking at the date right now. It's episode 221. Caps at the trade deadline with Nats news, and it was streamed 3 years ago. So I'm just curious what the date of that was. Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, April 12th, 2021. So that's the last time I simul streamed, I guess. Yeah, so ever since after that, I went to Twitch. I've created more fancy OBS stuff that you can see around me that you can now see on other things as well. But yeah, it's cool to see to go live on all these different platforms again. And Yeah, let me switch accounts real quickly over here. Just testing some stuff behind the scenes to see if everything is working on that end. Testing some stuff behind the scenes. So yeah, and here we go. Oh, cool. The YouTube um, has the unified chat as well, which is nice. So people on YouTube can see all the other conversations across other platforms. You'll only be able to play the Pokemon game on Twitch. So I may do a new graphic up there in the corner that says Twitch exclusive or something like that. I need to also update this banner image that's above me because it still says season 8. We've been on season 9 for quite some time now. But those are projects I'm going to work on in August. So again, this is going to be just a 2 week coming back talking Olympics. Davey's going to be the co-host. Tomorrow, we're going to have a lot of great people on. Anna Knox, who used to coach swimming, who's been on our hockey coverage for all these years, is going to talk swimming with us. We're going to have Janaea from Janaea Talks Caps, Vancouver Caps fan, who was on our show a bunch last season. Who I've been a big fan of her podcast and her for a long time. We've co-modded Facebook groups for over a decade together, so we've been friends a long time. I'm excited to have her talk about the Canadian perspective, which will be a fun, different thing that we haven't really had before for the Olympics. Actually, I think take that back. Josh may have come on for one time for the Olympics. And so yeah, but it's always fun to get people's perspective from other countries as well. Gil's going to talk a lot of different stuff. The test is going amazing, Tina. We are live right now on 5 platforms. I don't even know if I've actually stated all of them yet. I believe I've not tested Instagram yet, but I believe we are live on the Facebook on the Sports on the Hill podcast page, which for a long time, for this whole season, actually, season 9, I've been very frustrated that my direct connect to Facebook was not able to go to the Sports with THP page. It wouldn't even show it as an option. And so I've been going live from my personal page, but I really didn't want to do that. So I'm excited that we have our triumphant return to Facebook Live on the page there. We're also live on Instagram, and I'm checking that right out now because I've actually never gone live on Instagram before. But I don't see myself live on that platform, so I don't know what that's supposed to look like or if it is, but it doesn't say that I am, which is interesting. So, hmm, this is why we test things. Not that I mean, Instagram was the one I cared the least about, to be totally honest. I really wanted to test Kick to see if we were live on Kick, and we are live on Kick, and just to see what that was like. We actually have 5 viewers over here live on Kick, so thank you for watching my very first stream ever on this platform. I really appreciate it there. So we only have 4 followers over on Kick. So if people are on that platform, they can feel free to join us there and have a conversation. And oh, it's Tina. Oh, nice. All right, I see you, Tina, on YouTube as well. So yes, we were just talking about. I have not been live on YouTube since April of 2021. So this is kind of a coming back for that, a brand new thing with Kick, and yeah, it's a whole new world. I have a stupid name on YouTube. It's fine, but it's funny. I do love Restream bots, so that way, if I'm just watching Twitch chat, I won't miss other people commenting on the other platforms, which I was before on Facebook, because I felt really bad about. It was really hard to manage all those different platforms simultaneously. So but yeah, it's going pretty well. Everything has worked exactly as planned. They have a couple of different plans on their settings, so I was curious if I was going to need to upgrade or if this plan was going to be enough. So just testing different things with new software, which is always interesting. Restream is pretty cool. I'll give them props. They have their own studio option, which I'm not using. I'm just using OBS. And so I'm just going through the settings in the back end right now to see if there are things I can do to make or see why the Instagram isn't working or if it thinks that it is working. Um, it says I am streaming on Instagram. That is interesting. How do can I not get into it on my own app if I'm streaming remotely? See, I've never streamed from a desktop to Instagram before, so this is all news to me. Yeah, I don't even. Isn't it usually you have to click? I don't know. It's so bizarre. If anybody else has Instagram and wants to just check Instagram and see if they see something different, let me know. Again, I'm not that pressed about Instagram. I just thought it's kind of. I like when people go live on Instagram if they've got restream, just because it lets me know, hey, go over to Twitch that they're live. Yeah, I also don't see that I am live, Tina. So okay, all right. So there's some bugs to be had, but again, what I love about it is they had 5 options, and so honestly, if the Facebook, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube all work, I'm happy. I still might clip up my podcast into segments for sports during the year on YouTube, just because I think it's easier to share to people. But at least I don't have to do that now to be able to post it on my website. So I think that this will speed up a lot of process for me. I don't have to also go live on multiple different platforms and have all the bugs that happen. I can pre-schedule things. It's kind of cool. At least what I care about is on the Facebook side in this one, and I be able to see Facebook's in real time is really helpful as well. So Yeah, it's going pretty well. I appreciate everyone for tuning in and helping me with this because it is helpful to hear other people um, giving their perspective in real time as well. But yeah, I hope that you guys are all having an amazing weekend. I guess it is over for most of us. I had a great week last week celebrating Zach's birthday. We went to an awesome Green Day concert with Smashing Pumpkins. And on Friday, went to see AJR. And randomly, we picked the right section, and AJR sat one section over and played right there. So Zach was once again within 50 feet of AJR after meeting them like 11 months ago, or 9 months ago. And so, yeah, just really fun time. It was a really great concert. It's cool, super cool to see them play in the stands right next to us. A moment he'll never forget. It was Zara's very first time at Capital One Arena, which, as a Caps fan, it's my mecca. It's one of my favorite buildings, probably the favorite building in the world for me. And so go to Nats Park and there to go see two great concerts in GC. And then today we went to the Science Center up in Baltimore, which was a lot of fun as well. And yeah, it's been a really fun week. And we've got Lily here as my co-host. Um, so give her a shout out there. So but yeah, thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. And I was just sort of curious how many people are there. So on Kick, we now have two viewers, but people have been tuning in. I appreciate that. So um, maybe we'll do more over there. We'll see. Um, I've never really streamed here over live on Kick. So if this is just like the first video that you see, I don't even know if they save the videos. I don't even know that process. So I'm gonna see that after the fact. But if you're new to my channel, I usually do a sports podcast about the Washington D.C. sports teams. But the next 2 weeks we're doing Olympics. We're gonna have a bunch of different guests coming in from all over the country and from Canada as well. Tomorrow to talk Olympics, and we're also gonna talk a little wrestling. And so that'll be the show. It's 9 to 11 Eastern, so people can tune in for that as well. And but thank you for the people who are tuning in live for the first time for Kick. I really appreciate that. And people who are checking this out on YouTube later know that we'll now be doing Monday streams, 9 to 11. So this will be the next 2 weeks, and then we're going to be back after the first game the first week. So we take Labor Day off, but the following Monday after Labor Day, we come back and we'll recap the first Commanders game of the season. Commanders Talk will be first, and we will start with that at 9, and then at 10 o'clock, we'll talk about all the other DC sports teams as well. And yeah, I'm excited for season 9 to resume and the fall season premiere to come then. But I'm super excited about this Olympics in these 2 weeks. We're gonna have so much fun stuff to talk about. It's been a really great Olympics. During a lunch break from the Science Center, we ate at this awesome restaurant, and it was really fun. We got to watch the Olympics live with the kids and there were some track and some swimming events, and it was fun to root them on with the kids. And yeah, they haven't watched a ton of the Olympics yet. I do want to show them a little bit more this upcoming week. But yeah, it'll be fun to talk with all of our Twitch friends and be back on the podcast the next 2 weeks. And yeah, hopefully you can tune in tomorrow. I'm going to do a quick little promo. I'm going to adjust the camera around, my seat around, and stuff like that. I'm going to cut a promo for Twitch because you can do Twitch clips, um, which are like highlights and stuff like that. So I'm going to cut one real fast. I'm going to try to get myself as center framed as possible. Do within the OBS scene. So it's over here and there. Lily, do you want to come in and be a part of this too, or are you going to sit over there? Hold on, let me put this over here. All right. Looks pretty good. All right. Also for people in Kick, I don't know if you know this, but this is again ninth season Sports on the Hill podcast. We've done this sports thing for a long time over there, specifically on Facebook, facebook.com/sportsothp for all of our up to date, DC sports topics and all that sort of stuff as well. But yeah, I'm excited. We've been affiliate over on Twitch for a couple of years now, and yeah, excited to resume and be able to talk Olympics talk on so many different platforms tomorrow. So yeah, let me think for a second, get ready, and then I'll cut a promo in a second. All right, tonight. Oh, there we go. All right. Monday night, Sports on the Hill podcast. We have a really awesome show coming up. We're going to be joined by Davey's Eating a Sandwich. He's going to be our co host for a special Olympics podcast. It's episode 344. We're doing 2 weeks of Olympics coverage, both this Monday and the following. And we have a bunch of guests. We got Janaea Talks Caps. She'll be talking about the Canadian perspective. We have Gil and Anna, both from the Power Play Point podcast. They'll be talking about lots of different sports from swimming to basketball to soccer. So lots of fun stuff to break down there. We're also going to have a champ return in the second hour. We'll talk a little bit of wrestling in the Olympics. We'll also change gears and talk a little bit of SummerSlam as well. And at the very end of the show, we might even talk a little other DC sports, just little updates on the standings for the Orioles, the Nationals, DC United, the Mystics, and all the other DC sports news that's happened over the last couple of weeks. So I hope they're able to tune in again Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. Hope to see you there. Sports on the Hill podcast. That was like the 19-minute mark ish. So hopefully that worked. But can I do a marker? Did that work? Slash marker. Hey, stream markers. Should use that more often. Hey, a yamper just appeared. Oh my god, that my animals just got so cute playing with it. We'll just put. Oh, right, I caught them. They now know. They're like, wait, no, we gotta pretend that we were not cuddling. But yeah, it's funny that the yamper, I'm like Pokey Cat, Ultra Ball. Yeah, Lily and Neville. So it's funny that we're catching a Pokemon. So yeah, this is why you should come over to Twitch because you can catch Pokemon while you see cat and a dog in frame. And no, Neville has actually been part of the family probably longer than me. He came as a package deal when I met Liz. We even have a Neville the Devil emote in our thing. Yes, used to have other sus one. But yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they are very cute though. But yeah, Neville is 14 now, I guess, and Lily is 3. Oh my God. See, this could be great content right there. This is why it's great that I'm streaming live on YouTube. People on YouTube love this kind of stuff. So, um, but yes, so they're very cute together. And it's funny because he's never got along with any of our other pets, but Lily definitely won him over because she's so freaking sweet. But um, so, the Emperor escaped. No one caught it. Well, anyway, it's all good. Um, Actually, this is a good opportunity. I'm gonna let you guys watch that for a second. I'm gonna test a couple other settings real fast. Um, in here, I don't know. Let's see if I can install Zoom real fast and log in as a different account. I'm testing a couple different angles. Well, let's see here. I'm just trying different accounts. Join meeting. So that works. Now we test this. Okay. Testing a couple other things real quick because I had to change stuff around. Participant. Just about to couple other settings real fast. Share screen. Started testing a couple other scenes while I'm live here just to make sure that things transferred correctly, which they didn't. Where is that scene? That sucks. I'm gonna just rebuild the scene real quickly. You get to watch me do some OBS work. This is why we test everything. I wanted to make sure I had scenes for if other stuff would show up. So if people don't know, what I'm doing is I'm duplicating this Zoom scene to make a secondary one that I can then use for multicam. Let's see. Now I want to see how many scenes I want to do. So what I do is I'm trying to figure out here. Let me just log in on a third. Thank you guys for being patient. I appreciate it. You got a free lily cam though out of it. Um, Now I have a separate Lily and Noble King. All right. There's so much. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know why this is so. I feel like this should be bigger. Maybe I'll just center it more. Pretty good like that. All right. So if I wanted to show a stat or something on screen, view more medals. Hmm. All right. Yeah, let's show some other things. Okay. All right. I think that that works though. I think we're gonna end this test stream right now. I'm pretty happy with how it went across all different platforms. And yeah, it's cool. It's nice to be able to be on OBS live on Facebook. It's cool to be streaming live on Kick. And yeah, it's nice to be back on YouTube. It's been a long time since I've streamed live on YouTube, and yeah, it's pretty cool. You get a at least you get chat immortalized, even though you don't see what the emotes look like. And but it's cool. I really think that this Restream program could help me a lot. So I'm happy that the test went well. And hopefully tomorrow I go live and all the settings stay. And yeah, so thank you everyone for being a part of this test stream. I think that I'll probably call it there. Um, but you can feel free to go check out my Instagram. Um, and you can see a really cute video of actually I wonder if I can just do it this way. Sorry for the screaming, but this is how close we got to AJR, which kind of wild. I'm gonna definitely work on a video of basically getting to sit one section over from AJI. You can see Zach basically just feet away from them. I also got to meet Willow Keys. We had a really This is the land, only where the girl. We are all pirates, my friend, we're pirates. Yes, we are. This is not pretend. This is the end. Down and dreamt this moment. Oh, I have a beard. Somebody call HR. Woman's face too. Oh, that's right. Now we gotta finish this up all because we got. Oh man. What the hell, man? Yep, yep. Will. I must find Davy Jones. I think this is the end. But yes, it's thank you for joining us. I'm gonna turn off these cameras. But thank you so much, Tina, for joining us. But it's just crazy to get to meet Will. He is awesome. If people don't know who that is, it's Willow Keys Piano. He got traveled all the way from Kansas City. And I'll do a shout out for Will. And so it was really nice. Oh, here's another Pokemon. Okay, catapult. So yeah, if you're live on Twitch, you can go catch that Pokemon. But yeah, it's it was super fun to get to meet Will in person, and yeah, I realized I've gotten to meet I think 9 different streamers now over the last 2 years, and it's been really cool to be able to meet people off stream and see that they're truly very similar to their on-stream selves, and super fun doing that this weekend as well. That was last night. We also went to Escape the Room, and yeah, it was a really fun time. And, yeah, it's been just a crazy week, and this is the Green Day concert. Um, let's see here. But yeah, all this is on my Instagram. People want to go check it out. Same name as it is here, Robbie G underscore sports OTHP. Green Day was freaking epic. That was on my son's 6th birthday. Um, and we had a great birthday party for him on a splash pad and stuff like that. With cake and surrounded by friends. So that was all great. And then, yeah, I'm just so happy for him to get to see them and his favorite band, who people remember he actually got to meet AJR back in November as well. So it's cool that he got to see this tour twice, once in Baltimore and once in DC. So he's a lucky little guy. Um, and yeah, if people don't realize, there's actually a new AJR emote if you're a subscriber. And so there's also new Gorillas emotes and things like that. More emotes to come in the new year. So yeah, it's been a good test stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. I don't think I'm going to raid anybody, but I did catch that Lunatone, which is awesome. And I'll just end it here and say tune in tomorrow, Sports on the Hill podcast. And we should have a really fun stream. And again, Davey's going to be on, Anna's going to be on, Janaea, Gil, we have Champ. Um, so it's going to be a full stream of people. New guests coming next week as well. And yeah, so 9 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. Come back. Thanks again for being a part of this. We'll see you guys.